Welcome back to Lights, Camera, Whatever. We're still talking about the Man in Love, but this is part two. Part two for Man in Love. So when you go to Netflix, type Man in Love. So I'm going to read the description again, just in case. So the description is, this is part two. If you didn't see part one, go back and watch it. So the description. When he meets a debt-ridden woman who's caring for her ailing father, a debt collector with a heart of gold sets out to win her love. Remember, this is part two. So for the first question for part two is called, or first comment or point, is called celebrate the small wins, right? Celebrate the small wins. Right? I'm not going to give too much detail from this movie or the drama, but I like to extract the key points. Remember, guys, this is Lights, Camera, Whatever. We talk about the psychology of life and love through Taiwanese film and drama. First point. Celebrate the small wins. Why did I type this? Guys, we are too critical in judging of ourselves. We always think like, oh, I'm not winning until I have a $20 million NT house or $50 million house, right? I'm not winning unless I have a Ferrari that goes 400,000 million something horsepower, right? That's not, you should celebrate the small wins in life. Now, that's from a monetary financial standpoint, but you need to celebrate the small wins in your relationships. If you and your partner got 2-3 hours to relax, watch TV, kick your feet up, and just enjoy the time, that is a win. If you can just take a nice walk with your partner in the park on a beautiful day, just, no phones, because I'm a no phone guy. No phones out, no checking, anything, just vibing with each other, communicating, talking, sharing your thoughts, not judging, not shutting down each other's opinions. Just literally you're talking, I'm talking, vibe, balance, love. Celebrate the small wins. And because in the movie, okay, I could give you, in the movie it says it's a 99-day anniversary, right? It's 99 days, right? But some people are celebrating 10, 20 years. Guys, if you found the one and you made it a week, and you made it 30 days, 40 days, 100 days, that is a small win. Enjoy that. Remember, you will not get that day 99 back ever. Ever, right? That day 99 is not coming back. So you just enjoy that day 99 anniversary and you keep going. That's just from one of the scenes in the movie. They were celebrating day 99 in the relationship, right? I thought it was really cute. This is Man in Love. Remember, we're talking about Man in Love on Netflix, right? The movie's is a Taiwanese movie called Man in Love. So it says celebrate the small wins. Guys, don't take for granted the time that you have with your partner. Do not take for granted. Be with them. Don't be next to them. Guys, listen to me very, very clearly. Be with them, not next to them. That's a major difference. Next to them is just you're there. You're just a body. But you need to be there spiritually. You need to be there mentally and with your heart. Because, guys, life is short. You just don't know. And you will regret and hate yourself if something happened and the last time you were with them, you were literally on your Instagram and Facebook looking at nothing when your whole universe, your whole everything is right in front of you. And if they're not the universe and everything right in front of you, you're in the wrong place. I don't care what you say. I do want to know your feedback about that. If they're your world, should you give them everything that you can, right? And when I say everything you can, all your time and energy. I didn't say your money. I said time and energy, right? Guys, we got to celebrate the small wins. Let me repeat. Walks in the park, chilling at home, just having a good conversation, going to have groceries together, like taking a walk, getting some air, right? Going to the gym together. These are wins. These are wins that a lot of people are not able to have access to, right? And don't even have a chance to. So enjoy the small wins, please. And in Chinese, we say bai chuo, bai chuo. That means please, right? Now, that was a little bit more positive. Sorry, guys. We can't always do positive. How long can, next one, this is the next one. How long can you love someone who is hurting themselves? You're probably like, repeat that. And I will repeat that. How long can you love someone who is hurting themselves? This is yeah, that's right. This is the Lights, Camera, Whatever. We're going to jump all over the place, right? for me personally, if I have reminded you repeatedly, if I have reiterated, if I have said over and over, like this is damaging you, whatever it is. It could be a certain type of food. It could be a certain type of lifestyle habit, like smoking a cigarette or constantly drinking, alcoholic smoking, or doing drugs. Right? I'm from the States. Some people get addicted to drugs, right? But could you continue loving them? Or this is the hardest part, right? You feel trapped because you feel like if I stop loving them, they're going to keep going and nobody will care. So this is a major problem, right? Because actually, is it really your responsibility as a partner who's just been in their life for a couple of years to say, hey, like stop, or I can't leave you because, no one else will care. But is it your responsibility to sacrifice your short time on earth to make sure that they don't continue hurting themselves? How long can you love someone who is hurting themselves? This is a really good question, right? And let's just not talk about drugs and cigarettes and doing things, right? The question is hurting themselves, right? That's the key point on the end. That has the range right there. Hurting themselves could stretch a wide range. Staying in a job that they could leave, but they're afraid to go, right? They want to go, but they're afraid to go. And they're complaining about it and doing everything they can to, try to get, they're just not doing it. There's something inside of them, right, that's just telling them to stay. And that's another form of hurting themselves, right? They're just constantly hurting themselves. Or someone whose job requires them to constantly drink alcohol 2-3 times a day, right? I mean, and that is killing them. Like, it, like their lifestyle has changed. Maybe they're more angry, they're more sad, they're more depressed, because constantly putting these bad things in our body, and it could be tangible or intangible. Intangible means that you are stuck in a situation, you're trapped, that that actually you're not trapped, but you're mentally trapped. So that's intangible. But tangible could be like alcohol or cigarettes or things like that. And so with that concept, right, how long can you love them? How long could you, guys, I need to know your comment on this, because there's a lot of people out there doing things, and it doesn't have to be drugs or violence, but they're doing things mentally and physically that are hurting themselves, but they're not stopping, and they're not really taking an effort to try to make it stop, right? But you are their partner, right? So how long can you love someone who, just consistently hurting themselves? Now, third one, should we judge people for the way they love? This is the killer, guys. Okay, I'm a romantic type. I'm gonna do my things my way, right? Guys, this is a tough topic. We are all different. I'm different from you. You're different from me. I totally understand that. But guys, where we need to draw the very huge line is that we all love differently. Yes, we all love in a different, distinct, unique manner, right? Because for me, I have my way. I like to do massages. I like to take care. I like to cuddle, things like that. I like to, just be there in your life and to be supportive and be there for you. Some people are not like that. But just because if you're similar to me and to your partner, just because you are this way, you cannot expect your partner to be the same, because they are not you. Just because you check on them a couple times a day and say, hey, how are you? Did you eat? Because in Taiwan is the way to love, right? Say, hey, did you eat? Have you eaten, right? Are you okay? Like, how's everything, right? That's a different way to love. But just because they're not messaging you at the same frequency you are messaging them, they could be busy. I totally respect that. But you can't judge people if they're occupied with their work and they're doing things and they have things going on, and they can't really, reach you out or reach to you as in the frequency that you're reaching to them, right? So I think, right, it says, should we judge people for the way they love? We should absolutely not. Now, I'm not going to be completely on the other side. So say, for instance, you are loving someone and you just you've messaged them 20, 30 times a day. Like, maybe you are doing too much, right? But if that's okay, I mean, if you're not like asking them anything or requesting anything, it's totally understandable, right? You just, you miss them and you text them. But if you're asking for an answer 24, 50 times a day, something's wrong with you, right? We all need to work. We all have and even if they're not working, they have their own personal time. And if you're trying to invade all of their me time, trust me, this person is already thinking about how to get away from you, and you're just hurting yourself, right? So if you have a certain way that you love someone, appreciate the way that you do it, but they will not be doing it back. Just because you give a foot massage, that doesn't mean you need a foot massage back, right? That's not how it works. You should love how you love, and they can respect that, and you can respect how, because they could do something for you, right? They could help you out in a way that they haven't helped anyone in their life. They could, spend time with you and do things when they never did it before. But you don't understand it because you're comparing. You are comparing, and that is the wrong part. Guys, we have to stop comparing people. Okay, remember, guys, you have to love your way without the extra expectations, the extra layers of expectations that they will do the same thing back. Everybody loves differently. Now, next, it says, this is also crazy. Would you keep hurting someone who loves you because you know they won't leave you? Would you keep hurting someone who loves you because you know they won't leave you? Guys, be very, very careful. A lot of people think that people are their property. This is totally wrong. This is madness, right? You know they love you, so you just keep doing what you're doing. You should just let them go. And the problem with that is that a lot of people don't want to be lonely. And so even though they doing bad things, right? They're out there having affairs or having other people. They keeping this person here as a safety cushion, the last line of defense of being, lonely and isolated. This is wrong. And this is trust me, this is wrong. You should not do this. Guys, I always believe what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. I totally believe in this. So the question is, would you keep hurting someone who loves you because you know they won't leave you? Guys, I absolutely am against it. This happened. I'm totally against this. I got to know your opinions about this, right? Don't do this. If they love you, you should cherish it. You should take care of them too. And even if you're a bad person, you need to wake up, because people can change. People can change. If you're a bad person and you've been, out there doing what you're not supposed to do while this person is fully into you, caring for you, and they're willing to be with you their whole life, and you're just going wild, trust me, what goes around comes around. You do not want to play with that. I got to know your opinions about that, because I know you have a family member or a friend who's doing something like that. They got a partner who is totally into them to take care of them, and they're just out there doing whatever because they know this person will never leave them. That is totally wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Don't do this. Now, the next one says, hit me, please. You're probably like, what is he talking about? I'm talking about gambling. Guys, it's okay, $5, $10, whatever, just to have some fun. But actually gambling, it goes back to the other question, right? Hurting themselves. Gambling is another way to hurt yourself, right? We all seen it in the movies all the time. There's millions and millions of gambling movies out there. Because, right, you don't want to get into that. Guys, work hard. If you have like a lot of extra cash and you just don't really care what happens, whatever, do what you want. I still think gambling is something that we need to take another conversation about, because this is actually destroying so many families. This one word, gambling. That's right. Do not do this, guys. Do not waste your money like this. You could be, if you're going to gamble, invest into the stock market. Invest into some U.S. stocks. Do what you got to do. Earn, ETFs, some mutual funds, corporate bonds, whatever. But gambling, no. Gambling, what it does is it's similar to drugs, right? Because you do it, you might have won a little bit of money, and you say, hey, I can win a little bit more. I can get a little bit better. And then what happens is you keep going back. You keep borrowing, you keep taking away, and then you're pinching on your kids' future tuition money. You're doing a lot of things, right? To get you're taking a little bit, taking little pieces from your wife or your partner, because you have an addiction, and you need to realize. But there's a lot of problems. Some people who gamble Don't even classify it or categorize it as an addiction. That's the problem. If you have a family member out there who's gambling or who can't stop gambling, you be careful. But please don't give up on them. Try to talk to them. Try to get them to invest into the stock market, because that's just the way it has to. You guys, invest into stocks. Do not gamble your money in blackjack and poker. I mean, but if you're doing it for fun, right, and it's not consuming over 2% of your money, okay, enjoy. But if you're doing like 25, 30, oh, it cut off again. Oh no. For these people, the ones that you love, your partners, your friends, your families, get them away from the blackjack table if they're using all of their life money, because they're just going to keep going back and back and back again. So that's why it's called Hit Me, Please, because some people are begging for this. Now, for the last point, it says, why not miss you now? Right? Guys, we always keep waiting until the point where someone is out of our lives, whether it's from health conditions or because you're not a good partner or because of something in life, right? Why not, if you, and we miss them so much in the end, right? But if they're, just think about that. If you really love this person, right, you should put that in your mind. If they're not here, right, how would life be, right? So when you think about that, you should more love them because they're here right now. Not like I will miss you. Miss me now, right? Miss them right now. Guys, do not wait until you can't miss them, right? This is something we have to take a really, really deep dive into this, because we're always, and me, I do it, everybody does it. We're always missing people when it's too late, right? If you have a partner, if you have a lover, if you have a friend out there, and they're really, really good to you, they take care of you, they are the one, like, not from a love perspective, they are the one, or they are a really, really good friend. Take care of them. Don't, well, can you leave? Okay, we could just take it easy, and then, and then we can just hang out. But no, enjoy the moment right now. Guys, this world is insane, right? And when I say insane, I say it is really, really unpredictable what's going to happen. Me and you, normal human beings, we have no control over fate. We talked about that, right? Fate. We don't know what's going to happen. We can push ourselves in a certain direction. We just don't know. This is very, very important. So it says, why not miss you now, right? Why not right now? Don't wait until it's too late. If there's something that you want to do with your partner, do it right now. The place you want to go, something you want to eat, the place you want to travel. Otherwise, what's going to happen is a big R word. Last time we talked about the C word, but I got another letter. It's called the R word, regret. This is one of the most painful words out there, regret. Because why is it painful? Because it's nothing you can do to get it back. Nothing. It's past, right? So some of the scenes in the movie is like, okay, yeah, I kind of took for granted the time we were doing a lot of arguing, we were doing a lot of things, and we had a lot of disputes and bickering. But now you're kind of on the way of not being in my life soon. Let me love you more. Like, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. No, you should look at your partner as if this is the last hug. This is the last piece of chocolate we're going to share. This is the last movie, right? But we really take it for granted all the time. So listen to me very, very closely. Do not take for granted the time that you have right now. Trust me, regret sucks. It sucks, sucks, right? So make a list. Where are we going this year? What are we doing this month? What are we doing this weekend? And just go do it. Make a list, check it off, do what you need to do. Guys, we keep creating like these bucket lists. We need to create like these relationship lists. What do we want to do as partners, right? What do we want to achieve together? Do we want to create a business together? Do we want to create like a food stand for fun together? Do we want to achieve some mission that we would have never done in our individual lives? Let's do it together. Do whatever you need, guys. Miss them right now, because later like, we don't know. We just don't know, right? So the thing is, like, we have to enjoy. They could be like on a business trip somewhere far away or somewhere to this, and you don't have any time with them, right? And then you're just alone, right? You say, oh man, we should have went to this place last weekend. Now they're on a business trip for 3 weeks, and now I feel lonely, right? But imagine you went out and did what you planned to do, and you can talk about it and share pictures, and you have memories to look at, right? Don't let these photos become digital dust, right? Print out some pictures, right? Don't be lazy. When's the last time you had a photo album? I talked to my friend the other day. He was like, I just save it in my phone. I said, bro, print out the pictures. Just print it out, right? We still have these type A is 1,000 print shops, right? Get you a nice camera, print out the pictures, look at it, right? You guys, we don't know how long technology is going to probably be here a long time, but don't be non-romantic. Print out some pictures and look at it, right? Enjoy yourself. So the problem is that don't wait until it's too late to miss someone. Why don't you? It says here, what's it say? Why not miss you now? Why not miss you right now, right? So if you're watching this next to your partner, right, talk about it. If you're not next to your partner, run home right now, tell that person to subscribe to Lights, Camera, whatever, talk about it. That's exactly what you got to do, right? But don't miss someone at the wrong time. Always miss your partner when you're with them. Stop taking for granted the small moments. Remember, we talked about the small wins last time. Take each moment. Miss them each second because love is rare, right? Trust me. And I want to know your feedback for this. I got to know how you feel about these points and these questions that we talked about in part 1. This is part 2. So make sure you go back to part 1 if you didn't see this, and then check out this one. I want to know all your comments because I'm so hungry to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you for watching. Lights, camera, whatever.